this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I'd make 5 to 10K per month as a college student step by step. And this video is perfect for you if you're a young man in college or university and you're in a major that you don't really care about, or you're not sure if it's what you want to pursue and you're not excited for the future ahead. If you're interested in making 3 to 7K or 5 to 10K per month online, but you're not clear on exactly how to actually get started with making money, or maybe you've even tried a couple different ways to make money online, but it hasn't really clicked for you, or you haven't found like your thing yet. You're somebody who's focused on self-improvement. You're in the gym, you're kind of like on an arc right now where you're improving, but the money side is still lacking. And, or if you're committed to working hard towards achieving your goals and you're capable of watching a non-edited video that's actually going to contain some value for you, this video is perfect for you. And who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, just 4 years ago in 2020, during the prime of COVID, I was actually attending college as a freshman. And it was literally just because it was the only path that I thought was even possible. Like, my parents kind of just pushed me down that path. I was going for mechanical engineering and I didn't care at all about it. I just did it because I thought it might make me a little bit of money out of college. I realized very quickly while I was in college that it just wasn't for me. And I didn't really see a good future ahead of like wanting to work a corporate job where you're barely scraping by every single month and you're having to wake up at the same time every day and talk to people at your job that you don't care about. Like, I just didn't want that for my future. So I decided to make a change. I started to learn how to make money online and I changed my life. And I'm here to help you do the same. And if that's you right now, here's what I promise you in this video. I'm going to give you actual clarity for the first time probably ever on the best roadmap for beginners like yourself to follow that will guarantee that you will make money online in the next 90 to 120 days. I'm also going to give you an in-depth overview of current business models and what I'll show you is better, and it actually can ensure you will be successful now and in the future. And lastly, I'm going to give you a simple and proven step-by-step strategy that you can use to finally get started so that you can position yourself to either drop out of college if you're kind of like in the early stages, or eventually maybe still graduate but not have to work like a 9 to 5 or even use your degree, funny enough, so that you can actually get time, financial, and location freedom. Okay. So we're going to cover 3 super important topics. Number 1, what truly is the best business model and how you've probably been lied to in the past. Number 2, I'm going to get you thinking about money the right way. And this is important because most people just totally skip past this, and it's why they're broke. And then I'm going to talk about the beginner's roadmap to getting started. Cool. So what really is the best business model? This is where we're going to start. The unfortunate reality is you've probably been lied to, and it's not even your fault. You see, you see videos online about how to make money with drop shipping, SMMA, copywriting, trading, all of this stuff. Here's the reality though. 99% of business models are just too sophisticated for beginners. They either require like upfront capital, like you have to have, $5,000, $10,000 of disposable income, or maybe a little less than that, but you just have to be willing to lose that. And most people aren't in a position to do that, or they require you to learn multiple skill sets to make it work. So like drop shipping and SMMA are 2 prime examples where inside of a business model like that, there are multiple things happening and you have to be proficient and an expert in multiple things at the same time. I'll show you what that means in a second. The way you've been taught by most people is the exact opposite of what you should be taught. Because the reality is when everyone else is zigging, you should be zagging. You got to do the opposite of what most people are doing if you actually want to make money. That's just how it works. And it's the reason as well why most people that run coaching programs and courses that sell some of these business models, their students in their programs have like a 5 to 10% success rate. And if you've ever invested or bought in any of these programs before, you probably know this. So think about it. Something like dropshipping, for example, you have to be really good at finding winning products. You have to know how to actually market. You have to know how to create content. You have to learn how to run ads. One or the other here. SMMA, you need to know service delivery, outreach, sales, appointment setting, client retention. Ecom, finding good products, creating content, ads, same thing, right? So you have to be proficient at all of these things. And if you're a complete beginner going into these business models, it usually doesn't work out well because you have to master like 3 things at the same time. Okay. As a beginner, just looking to add 5 to 10K per month in your income, your objective should be to find a business model that requires you to learn and focus on building one skill. So it's super, super simple. It's going to be hard. You actually have to put in work, but it's simple and you just have to put in the work, right? And as well, that requires no capital. A business model that can get you to 5 to 10K per month and eventually allow you to go even further so that you can quit your 9 to 5 or you can drop out of college and then skill stack into getting rich. I'll show you what this means. And that business model for you is sales. Because sales, you focus on building one skill, which is sales. It's extremely valuable to the marketplace and you solve people's problems. And it also has the potential to make you 5 to 10K per month. And while you're building your skills, once you get to 5 to 10K per month, you can start layering in additional skills on top of that to where you can eventually start your own business. Or you could even go back to doing something like drop shipping. But now that you know how to sell, you're much more likely to actually make something like that work. Okay. So sales is basically broken down into appointment setting and closing. If you're a complete beginner, you're likely going to start off with appointment setting. If you're a little bit more advanced and you know how to speak well, then closing works really well for you. And how does it actually work? Well, basically, you become a part of an existing online business. So you have an online business that's already running, it's already making money in the high ticket space. So somebody's selling coaching, somebody's selling a course, somebody's selling mentorship, somebody's selling a service, whatever. They're selling something high ticketed, meaning $1,000 or more. You become a part of that business. You join their team. As a setter, basically what you would be doing is you would just be managing their DM inbox on Instagram or any other social media platform to just book them appointments where someone else will close those appointments. And if they buy, you'll get paid. As a closer, you would actually take the appointments that are being booked from the appointment setter, right? And this makes it super simple for you because you go into a business that's already working well. You don't have to take on any risk. You don't have to spend any money. All you have to do is lock in, learn the skill of sales for like a couple weeks, go in and work with a business and make money. And basically you would receive a commission for every new sale that you bring in. You'll be helping sell $2,000 to $10,000 plus info products and digital service for business owners. And most setters get paid 5 to 10% of that. And most closers get paid 10+% of that, of the price of the product, right? So if you do the math, to make 10K per month, you need to help bring in 10 sales on a $10,000 offer to receive and receive a 10% commission to make 10 grand a month, which is very doable. And for example, I have students that are setters here, like Asher, who collected $7,500 cash collected in the first week of December with his client. Same with David here out of Switzerland, 13K cash collected with his client in the first week. And then I have studs like James here, who's making 15K per month doing this stuff. Now, before getting started, you need to be in the right headspace. And this is where probably a lot of people are going to click off because I'm going to say some shit that you probably don't want to hear, because this video isn't just going to be another one of those videos where I'm like, you can make 10K per month in your first month and it's going to be super easy. And all you have to do is do 1 hour a day of work. Like, that's not my intention with this channel. My intention with this channel is to tell you guys the truth and the reality of what it actually takes to make money online. And that's what we're going to talk about. So if you're not ready for like some like video that's like super easy and it's just clickbaiting you and it's just trying to make you like pay the person money to buy their course or something like that, then this video isn't for you and you can click off now. But if you actually want to make this work and you're willing to put in the work, then this will be perfect for you. So the reason why most people never find success with making money online, it's simple. And I broke it down into 3 reasons. Number 1, they don't understand how money even works. Number 2, they have unrealistic expectations. So they want to make 10K per month in their first month. And number 3, they don't understand their rule of 3, which I'll explain in a second. So what even is money? Take a second and think about it. What even is money and how is it generated? Because most people don't think about this. They just say, I want to make 5K, I want to make 10K per month. If you want to make money, you have to understand what it actually even is first. And money, basically all it is it's simply just stored value. So back in the day, you know, when money wasn't a thing, people would trade items for each other. So you'd have one guy that's like, I have food. And then you have this guy that is like, I'm starving. And in today's world, now you pay money for that food. But back in the day, you would trade something else for that food. Okay, I'll give you food if you give me a haircut or something like that, for example. Now, all money is instead of, trading it for an item or a service. Now you basically have that money and you can do what you want with that money. And so what that means is all money really is it's just you providing something for somebody else and solving a problem like this here for someone else, and you getting compensated for that. And that means the amount of money that you make is directly proportional to the amount of value that you provide to the marketplace. There isn't some secret fancy business model that's going to make you 5 to 10K per month. There isn't some magic button that you can click and you're just going to make that out of nowhere. 5 to 10K per month comes from you having skills and offering a service and helping people with your service and getting compensated for the value that you provide. And this is what we are doing with sales, because you learn sales, you build a skill, you provide that inside of a business. Now you're helping that business owner solve a problem inside of their business. And you're also helping the customers buying from that business solving their problems as well. And that makes you actually provide value, because providing value comes from solving problems, basically just solving pain. Okay. So if you want to make money, all you have to do is solve pain. It's not some stupid, easy business model where you can fill out surveys or listen to music or go do drop shipping. No, you solve problems for people, you make money. And this is what we're effectively doing with sales. And this is why sales works. Okay. Now, in order to solve problems, again, you need skills. This is how it works. And sales gives you the ability to build high income skills, where you're solving problems for a business owner by doing work for them. And then you're also helping solve problems for the buyer that's actually buying from that business. Make sense? Cool. Now, setting the right expectations. This is where most people go wrong, because I'm sure you've probably seen it by now. If you go on YouTube and you look up how to make money online and you look at the top videos, this is the shit that you see. Like stupid ass thumbnails. Like this guy sitting in this chair, sitting back, like, oh, making $100 a day the lazy way. Oh, it's so easy. It's insane, bro. And then there's like clickbait videos like this, 7 websites that will pay you every day within 24 hours, $937 in 12 hours, the super lazy way. Like, don't get me wrong, these videos are marketable, right? And that's why they have all these views, and that's why they get good engagement. Like, this guy earned $900 just by listening to music. But this stuff doesn't actually work. And all this really does is it's just like idiots that watch these videos and then like actually try it. And if you've tried this, like, it is what it is. I've tried stuff like this before too, but it just doesn't really work out. And so what happens is there's all this trash in the make money online space that's teaching you how to make money. And it like creates the wrong expectations, where you think you can just make $100 a day the lazy way, or you think you can make $900 in 12 hours and it's going to be super easy, right? So can you make 5 to 10K per month online? Absolutely. I'm living proof of that. And a lot of my students are as well. Is it going to be easy though? No, it's not going to be easy. You're not going to fill out surveys. You're not going to listen to music. You're not going to do it the super lazy way. If you're still looking for that, go watch those videos and you'll realize that there's no actual tangible value in those videos. So this is what people tell you, like the people that make like those clickbait thumbnails and shit like that. They say, oh, this is going to be easy. You're going to make your first 10K in your first month. This is the reality though. This is going to be hard. It's going to take you a few months of working on your skills so that you can provide value to the marketplace. Again, 5 to 10K per month just means providing 10K per month worth of value to the market. You think that comes easy? Not necessarily. It's not the hardest thing in the world. It's definitely not easy though. And it will take time. And if you're not ready for that, then just click off this video. This is only possible after at least 6 months of building skill sets. Here's the thing though. If you lock in for 6+ months, you focus on building your skills, you focus on providing value to the marketplace, you can literally set yourself up where you never have to work a 9 to 5 ever again. And most people just aren't willing to lock in for 6+ months. And so that's why they struggle. That's why they have to stay in a shitty position and a shitty 9 to 5 job for the rest of their life because they're not willing to see the long-term vision of working on something for 6 months to 12 months, knowing that it's going to be hard, but doing it anyways, and then doing it and then changing their life forever and changing their entire family's life forever too. Okay. And this is another thing as well. Most people don't understand what I call the rule of three. Basically, what it states is that we as humans, we have three currencies. We have time, we have money, and we have skills. Depending on where you're at right now in your life, you probably want one of these. Oh my God, Trevor, I just want to make more money. Oh, I just want more time on my schedule. Oh, I just want to build more skills. Basically, if you want one of these, let's say you want money, you have to trade the other two. So you have to trade your time and you have to trade your skills to make the money. Make sense? If you want time, you have to trade your money. You have to invest money, right? It kind of like works for you. You have to use your skills and become better so that you can work less to get more time. If you want skills, you have to invest money and time to acquire those skills. So the way that I look at it is if you're a complete beginner wanting to make 5 to 10K per month online, you're wanting to make money. You have to trade your time and your skills to get that money. But if you don't have any skills, you have to first actually trade your money and your time to build skills a little bit, spend a little bit of money on books, courses, mentors, things like that, and spend time. And then you build skill sets. And then when you have skill sets, now you offer those skills as a service to make money. And then eventually you'll get to the point, if you use this formula for long enough, that you have so much money that you don't even want to make any more money. Now you want your time. You want to spend time with your kids. You want to do fun stuff. That's where you trade your money and your skills. So you can use this formula to literally get to the top. So yeah. Now, phase 3, getting started. So now that you're thinking the right way, now that we understand the opportunity that's in front of us and how it actually works, how do we actually take advantage of becoming an appointment setter first? So if you've never had sales experience, you're going to start off by being an appointment setter. If you've had sales experience before, though, you can maybe jump into closing and you can follow this same process to do so. Step 1, lock in for 2 to 4 weeks and learn the skill of sales. Tell your parents, tell your friends, tell your girlfriend, whatever. I'm locking in for a couple weeks. I'm spending anywhere from 4, 6, 8 hours a day learning the skill of sales and understanding human psychology. Why do we do this? Well, again, just goes back to this rule of 3. If you have to buy books, if you have to watch YouTube videos, if you have to invest in courses, coaching programs, you do it because you are in a phase where you just need to lock in for 2 to 4 weeks and actually develop and learn the skill of sales. And basically, if you want to learn the skill of sales, you have to understand human psychology. So like you can watch videos about like sales and like learn that specifically, but also just as a general thing, you can understand human psychology. So you can read books around human psychology. This right here is a really good book that I'd recommend checking out if you actually want to learn the skill of sales. It's pretty good. It's very good, I should say. It helped me a ton. And it basically teaches you that the old model of selling was like the Jordan Belfort selling, where it's just like aggressive objection handling over the phone. There's like a new model of selling though, because people are sick of that and people are getting sick of sold that way. So we've developed now new frameworks and new models for selling that actually work in an unsellable generation. So definitely recommend checking out this video if you're actually serious about learning. Step 2 is job acquisition. So after you've locked in for 2 to 4 weeks and actually learned the skill of sales, now we're going to actually land a job and a position to where we can actually provide that skill of sales and make money. So step 1 is finding ideal clients. So like I said at the top of this video, you want to work with high ticketed businesses, people selling something $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. And the best way to find people is on Instagram, because Instagram, it's super easy to just look up people's profiles And all you have to do to find these type of clients is you look at the link in their bio to see what they're selling. If they're selling some sort of like course where it's like cheap, $90 or $97, like $100, or maybe even like $500, you probably don't want to work with them. It's a client, but it's not an ideal client. An ideal client is somebody who's usually offering, it's like a video, and then under that, they have an option to book a call. The reason why is because on that call, they're probably going to sell something high ticket. And you can't really sell like a $5,000 item just through just in a video. You know what I'm saying? Step 2 is reaching out to them. So once you start finding ideal clients, now you have to actually start talking to these people. And by the way, ideal clients, I was talking to one of my clients in my one-on-one coaching program about this. There are so many ideal clients out there, and that demand or that supply of ideal clients is actually growing, which creates more demand for you. So it's literally never been easier to land a sales position than right now. Like, there are tens of thousands of ideal clients, and there's dozens of ways to find them on Instagram. So no, don't worry about is this saturated, stuff like that. So once we actually find ideal clients, now we need to do outreach. Basically, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to personalize your message to them. So personalize at the beginning. Hey, John, I was just watching your video about blah, 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 blah. So actually take the time, go through their profile, look at their content, look at what they're selling, and you personalize the start of the message to them. Then after that, you can say something along the lines of like, hey, sorry for coming in cold here, but I'd love the opportunity to work with you. If you have any spots open for appointment setters on your sales team, I'd love to apply. If you're interested, I can send over a video introducing myself. And then once you send that out, usually if you send 20 to 30 a day, you'll start getting 1 or 2 people every single day that are like, yes, send me a video introducing yourself. And then probably about half of those people will be like, yes, let's get on an interview. You're going to get on a couple interviews. You probably won't crush your first interview, but you might. Once you get on a couple interviews, you will be in a position and you'll start making money. And so this process of actually acquiring a job, if you're hungry and if you're a dog, you can do this in 1 or 2 weeks. Some people are a little slower though, and they have other commitments and they can only put in 1 to 2 hours a day. And so this is still possible. It's just going to take your time horizon is just a little wider. So it might take you the upper end of this year where you have to spend 4 weeks learning the skill. And then the actual job acquisition might take you another 4 weeks to land your first job, where now you're making anywhere from 3 to 10K per month inside of that job. So yeah, your objective though is to basically just get in your first position as fast as possible so that you can get experience and you can get reps in. That's going to help basically take all of this information that you learned about sales and actually start putting it to practice. And it's going to start, you're basically just going to learn everything that you started hearing about here, just at a much deeper level. And then here is where if you're in one job and you're working maybe 1 to 2 hours a day on that job, making 3 to 5K per month, then you can start another job acquisition on the side to land another gig. There's a lot of stuff you can do here. Or you can also I've seen some people move up the ladder inside of the same business. So they start off as an appointment setter inside of one business where they're making 3 to 5K per month and they're doing all right. And then they drop out of college and then they become closers. And now they start, now they have their full day to focus on something like this. And then they scale up to 8 to 10K per month. That's personally what I did. I actually dropped out of college. I was making 6K per month, give or take. And it gave me enough confidence to just go to my parents, show it to them. And they trusted me, especially because I was on my self-improvement stuff. And they knew that I was serious about this shit. And then after doing that, I now had the full day to lock in on this stuff. And it helped me get to 10K, 15K pretty quickly. And then step 3, after landing a position, is to really just become a student of the game. Never stop learning. Review your DMs, review your sales calls, continue to watch videos that are impactful, continue to buy books, continue to invest in mentorships, courses, get help from somebody that knows what they're doing and can help you improve your close rate, get better. Basically, you're just going to take these foundational skill sets that we built here for the first like 2 to 4 weeks, where we have a skill now, but it's not like fully developed yet. And we're going to focus on constantly just getting that skill better and better. And if you do this for, again, 6 to 12 months, you'll get to the point where you've almost mastered sales. And then this is where you can, after that, you can add additional skill sets. You can learn how to create content like I'm doing. You can learn how to do a bunch of other stuff. You can learn how to be a copywriter. You can basically add more skills so that you become more valuable so that you can make more money. And this is just how it works, guys. So if you guys are interested in getting help, I would love to extend the invitation for you to jump on a one-on-one call with me, because I run a one-on-one coaching program where I help young men specifically go through this exact same process, go through the same exact process that I went through, go through the same exact process that I've already helped dozens of young men go through themselves, where they came to me as a complete beginner. They tried maybe a couple different business models and failed with them, and they were kind of like stuck and lost. I started working with them. I taught them the skill of sales. We went through basically this exact same methodology, and they changed their lives completely. So if that's you, and if this video kind of like hit home with you, then I'd love to extend the invitation for you to jump on a one-on-one call with me. I'm not going to like force you to buy some shit. I'm also literally just like chill. So we can talk about whatever on there. But basically on those calls, I'm just going to ask you some questions to get a good idea of where you're at right now in life, honestly. And my main goal with that is to see first if I can even help you, because based on where you're at in life, like I might not be even able to help you. And then if we talk and if I find for sure I can help you out, then I'll run you through a little bit more of the details about how I can work with you, hold your hand, and guarantee that I'll get you to the point of making 5 to 10K per month, as long as you are committed and you're willing to put in the work and show up every single day. So if that's you, book a call. If you're like, Trevor, I just came across your channel, I'm not ready for a call yet, no worries at all. Go to my Instagram, check out some of the wins on my highlights, watch some of my other YouTube videos, and I'll see you on the call in the future. But other than that, guys, you guys take care. Hopefully you got some value and have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.